Hello everyone and welcome to His and Hers Movie Reviews, where we spend money so that you don't have to.
And tonight we saw Tupac. No, we didn't. It was called All Eyes on Me. The story of Tupac Shakur's life from when he was young. Actually, pretty much from before he was born all the way up to his death. So we're going to jump into 60 to 60 and I go first.
Oh, I screwed it up. And go.
You guys, I'm going to be honest with you like we always are with our movie reviews. And people are staring at us, so I'm nervous. So, anyway, okay. Say hi. Okay, so to be honest with you guys, I didn't enjoy this movie as much as I thought as I would, because you guys know I love a based on a true story movie, an origin movie, like a story on the background and what happened with the person, and I love to see that stuff. But to be honest with you, I didn't enjoy myself as much as I did with Straight Outta Compton. I thought that movie was more, I guess, entertaining, but I can't say that word either. But with that being said, I give this movie a C. Just because, I don't know, it was so long. It started at 7:10 and it's 9:46 right now. It's a long movie. And I just felt like the pace wasn't like, come on. I mean, I don't know. I guess that was just me. It's my opinion. And that's it. And that's final. Ready? Go.
I should have gone first. She stole so many of my points. Whenever I watch a movie, you know, I kind of, I want it to move along, you know, I want the pace to not bore me or whatever. However, this movie was all over the place. I did not like the pacing of this movie at all. I felt like in a scene that I should have been involved in and just kind of put some more time into it, it was done and it was a year later or something like that. Like, I just feel like there wasn't a lot of time put into the scenes that should have been put into. It was just seconds. Moving along, and I understand that it had a lot to say and a lot of area to cover, but so did Straight Outta Compton. And Straight Outta Compton, as soon as it was done, I was like, this is gonna be probably in my top 10 movies of the year. I just had a good time, it did what it had to do, and I'm gonna give this movie a C-. I did not enjoy myself. I don't know. It was interesting to see how everything played out, but it was just not that good of a movie.
Okay. I also want to point out too, since we're talking about the negatives, I hate talking about the negatives.
Yeah, I mean,
like, okay, through some of the songs that he was rapping, you can tell so hard. I know it's not him, and I know it's like obviously not Tupac rapping it, but he did. Oh God! Like, there were some parts that I was like, okay.
Yeah, and you know
bad.
what? And there's some parts that I didn't mind it too much, like when they were mimicking the music videos, because you lip sync from music videos, and I understand that, and that was fine. However, one of the things that I actually really did not like about this movie is that I felt like everyone was doing an impersonation of somebody. Nothing felt real to me. Nothing. The whole movie did not feel real to me. Straight Outta Compton, I kind of had something that this movie didn't have, and it was heart. Tupac died at the end of that movie, and I was like, okay, I guess this movie's over. I didn't feel that connection. I just didn't feel anything to any of the characters. It was missing heart. It was missing a connection between the audience and the characters in the movie. And I don't understand what it was. Maybe it was the pacing. Maybe I just didn't feel connected to maybe Tupac as a person. I don't get, but I don't know. And the fact that, like I said, everybody felt like they were doing an impersonation. There was a part and she looked at me because I think she kind of caught me. That like the guy was kind of like walking around and he was just going like, and
it was just too much. It was too extra.
So forced. It was like, let's think about like, for example, let's say somebody in a high school wants to put a play about Tupac on. Somebody's gonna pretend to be Tupac, and somebody's gonna pretend to be supporting actors, right? That's what this movie was.
Okay.
I just did not get that it was that person.
All right, but let's talk about a little bit about the positives. I do like that they showed back then how things were, how things started off with his mom and how he was inspired because she was in the Black Panthers. She was impregnated with him while she was in jail, and how they show the police brutality, which is it's crazy because history just repeats itself, and it just continues to freaking do so, and we don't learn as a human race. But he did shed light on that, and they did talk about how one of his songs, the Brenda's Got a Baby, I wasn't around. I guess I was too young for that song to know or hear about it, but I did learn about it in this movie, which is crazy because he said that it was in the newspaper, and the story just became smaller and smaller and smaller because that's what it is.
People just stopped caring about it.
People stopped caring, and the thing is, it's happening now. Like, there's such a big deal today, and then tomorrow it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's
On
move
to the
on. What's
next
the
one.
news story? Yeah.
So it did touch upon that, which is a good positive thing that I like that they did with it.
I mean,
the guy looks just like freaking Tupac, man. Like, towards the
say
end of the movie,
positive,
I was like, holy crap, he looked just like him.
Yeah, like, I mean, to add
he did
to
a good
positive, I like the fact that they used all the music. And
which is crazy. Did you recognize any of the songs other than California Love?
yeah, I mean, like the Mama one, I actually really like that one. So
I mean, I didn't grow up listening.
I didn't grow
to
up with
him,
Tupac. That was completely before my time. But you know, I obviously know who Tupac is, and I know his
everybody
music.
knows.
But I don't know. I was really disappointed, guys, especially because, like I said, Straight Outta Compton was in the, I don't know if it made my top 10 that year, but I know it was in the discussion, and for sure it was in our honorable mentions if it wasn't in our top 10, because the movie was so great and so captivating that it took you to a time that you understood the issues, the problems, and the rough time that these artists were having as African American in a freaking entertainment industry. And I just didn't catch that with this.
Yeah, I didn't. Like,
and it's the same timeline.
Like, it was sad. Like, obviously, like, it was crazy because at the end it says, you know, after decades later, almost 2 decades after his death, the mystery still of what happened and who shot him. And it was crazy because we got to a point in the movie where the first time that he got shot 5 times, we were like, oh shit, okay, this is where he's starting to get paranoid. That he thought Biggie had something to do with it, and like the whole beef between that, and then the song that he says with Faith, which was crazy. And then, like, it's crazy because it did happen between, not to the level or to the extent that it did, but with Daddy Yankee and Don Omar, like, you know, like they would throw shit at each other like through the rap game, and it's crazy because it happened back then, and it will continue to happen. But not to that extent.
Anyway, guys, this is a lot longer than probably we intended it to be. But it's kind of an important movie, even if it's not that good. I think it had a lot to prove and a lot to show us. And I just kind of feel like it fell flat a little bit. And it makes me a little sad because I was excited about the movie.
I was too.
So,
yeah, guys.
we got to call it like we see it.
Yeah, sorry.
And actually, I thought I wanted her to go first because I thought her review was gonna be more positive than mine.
Yeah, because we never talk about anything.
We don't. We walk out of the theater and we record our reviews and we don't talk.
Discuss it.
So
until we come on here 8 minutes later.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, like we always say, it's important to know before you go, just in case it blows. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, HH
Movie
Reviews. His and Her Movie Reviews. Check us out on YouTube. We do upload on YouTube first, and then we share it on Facebook for you guys to see. So yeah, guys, until next time. Bye.
Peace.